Yo, what is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Wish You Luck, back at it again with another YouTube video. In today's video, I will be taking you guys through a little gameplay that I had against some members from Resolute. You guys might know them as True Vanguard and Apex Chris. Me and True Vanguard are good friends. There is no hard feelings, as his name will not be in my title for clickbait. I just kind of wanted to focus on, bringing back the breakdowns for Trials games for you guys, especially when we're going against really good players. It's a lot less impressive to do well against bad players than it is to do well against good players. And so when I do play well against good players, I kind of like to showcase that and explain my reasoning for what I was doing in this game. So one thing I've noticed is on Bannerfall, I have a lot of success with my wombo combos from top middle. And what you'll see in this game is you'll see, I think, 4 rounds. I know 3 rounds, but I can't remember if the 4th round. You'll see 4 rounds where I jump off of this ledge from top middle and get a kill with my wombo. And it has been the easiest, I think, personally. It has been like the easiest way to get kills for me this week. I know a lot of people are going to complain about how Wombo's overpowered, etc., etc. Every class has their strengths. But yeah, this is just a really fun game to play against these guys. I played very well, and so I highlighted it. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video as well. I also have a video coming up right after this one that's going to be very good. It is against some other members of Resolute. And that's from last week that I forgot to upload. Somebody came into my chat yesterday and they kind of reminded me. They were like, Wish, why don't we ever see you put up games on YouTube versus other streamers anymore? And the reason why I stepped away from it was because people were getting so toxic about it in my comments, and they were getting so toxic coming into my streams saying, oh, you put this guy on YouTube, you're toxic, you're an asshole. Like I said before, at the end of the day, it's my YouTube channel. I can upload what I would like to upload, and it always seems that if I upload something, there's an issue. But if anyone else uploads something, there's no issue. You know what I mean? A lot of examples of that running around the community. I'll put somebody's name in my title, get called a clickbaiting asshole. Somebody else will put somebody's name in their title, they're God. They're heaven sent. They can't do any wrong. So at this point, I said, fuck it. Good game, going on my YouTube. Anyway, for this Bannerfall game, we kept getting picks mid, and what I was trying to tell Cancerous and Vic every single round was, don't overextend. This guy's by himself. He's the dead duck sitting. He's dead in his rights. He doesn't have anything he can do as long as we make him push to us. The biggest way people make plays and comebacks in 1v3s is when you branch off. If you start splitting up, you're gonna get. You see how Vic's peeking right here? That's wrong. I was telling Vic, don't peek a sniper. He's looking for a pick. So what Vic did right there was extremely wrong. And a lot of you guys say, like, I've seen it before, Wish, you tell people not to peek, but you always peek. And the point is I'm the Sherpa. Cancerous, we're the Sherpas. It's our job to peek. It's not the carry's job to peek, because the carry should not be the one looking for the kills. So I ran into a card also last night, or not last night, but at the end of my stream yesterday, in which the guy who we were constantly telling not to peek was peeking. And guess who was dying first? The carry. You see, I don't want to ever control how someone plays Destiny. That's not my job. However, if you're going to ask someone like myself or any other Sherpas out there, if you're going to ask them for assistance, the best thing you can do is listen to their advice. If you take their advice and you don't listen to it at all, you're hurting your team incredibly. You're making it impossible to help you, because it's kind of like buying guitar lessons from a professional guitar player and then ignoring everything he says and doing it your own way because you're too stubborn to take his advice. It's like you didn't even have to buy anything. Why'd you even buy the lessons if you weren't going to listen in the first place? You know what I mean? That's one thing that tilts, I think, most Sherpas is when carries try to take initiative to go get kills. It's like, we understand you may be able to. Not all carries are bad. Most of the time when I'm playing with people on my stream, they're above 1.0 KDs. They generally know what they're doing with a gun. However, your job is to stay alive. Your job is not to go out there and get first pick. And Vic, other than that moment, did an incredible job this game doing that. Vic was listening very well to me and Cancerous. He was taking our advice. He was doing it much better than most carries do. So heading into round 3 now, I think literally all 3 rounds so far, I've gotten a pick with my entry wombo combo. And I'm telling you guys, off of this balcony, you use that corner, you jump up, and then you kind of pause jump in the middle so you can aim your wombo. It's really, really, really strong. So what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to look for a pick, because I know Cancerous and Vic are in positions to push if I do get one. Here's the jump, pause, wombo, boom. And it's also from such a high arc that people have such a hard time seeing it coming. Like, no one turns and looks at that corner and thinks like, oh, there's a guy 40 feet above me. You know what I mean? Like, no one thinks I'm that fucking high up. But yeah, it worked for me so well this weekend. Honestly, it was like my bread and butter. The most difficulty that I had on this map was the Midas rushing outside to like alleyway. Because anytime I jump up from my balcony, I'm super, super, super like killable with Midas from the corner. So I would do this entry right here where I would jump across, and then if 2 Midas popped out at that moment right there, I'm fucking toast. So I lost a lot of games to that. But yeah, overall solid gameplay. Overall solid gameplay. This round draws out all the way to overtime, I believe. I was telling Cancerous, you have the pick already, you know, back down. You don't need to be out in the open. They're good. You can leave them there. We have the numbers advantage. Play the numbers advantage. The thing about Destiny as well is, like, defensive advantage is so strong in Destiny because of how strong the radars are. So if the radar couldn't see from that far away, maybe pushing would be a much better idea. But there's no point in pushing people when you have numbers advantage. Just play more guns. You literally have more guns than the other team. Here I switched to a sniper because I know the other team is going to switch to snipers. Every single time I've ever played against decent players and the round stretches out, they go to their best gun. So like if I was playing a good shotgunner, they put on a shotgun. If I was playing a good sniper, they'd put on a sniper. So I knew True Vanguard and Apex were probably going to put on snipers. Vanguard pops his Sunsinger. I look to cut it off with my tether. I tether him, but he gets away. So I wombo the corner and start heading back towards the zone. I go the long way because that's Chris's tether right there, cutting us off. That's a good tether by Chris to kind of zone control us. But I just run around it, and we end up killing Chris here. I sit in zone to put pressure on True Vanguard, and True Vanguard gets sniped. And that is the end of this game. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to check out the next video against some more Rezo members. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, it's your boy Wish You Luck, signing off. Peace.